Hi everyone, this is Ron. Welcome to our channel. Yeah, Robin's behind the camera as usual. Only thing that's unusual is I'm on this side. So today, what I wanted to discuss is a little bit about when you're camping, you gotta cook. When you cook, you need something to cook with. So car camping, tent camping, I'm going to go over a couple different stoves that we've had, that we still have, why we replaced one with the other, and go from there. I'll start with the Coleman propane stove, good old classic. Everybody's probably seen one of these somewhere along the way. Plain, simple, easy to use. Got the wind deflectors. As you can see, this one's well used. It's pretty old. Wind deflectors hook in. It's got a regulator for your propane bottle, and it takes a standard 1 pound propane bottle, which is just like that. So it takes a standard 1 pound propane bottle. You can also get an adapter to run from your tank to your connector, and then use it, so you'll get a little bit more expenditure. On the website, the newer version says they can go about an hour on one of these 1 pound bottles at high. This one here is, again, as I stated, an older model, around, I think it was 16,000 BTUs per burner, but the most recent stuff I can find on the website says it's 10,000 per burner for a total of 20,000 BTUs. That works fine, but when we were out and about and trying to warm stuff up, it seemed like it took forever to get things warm, so we decided to try something new that we had seen mentioned by others online. One good thing about this particular stove is when you're done with the regulator, a little slot, slide it in, stays between those two rungs there, and it will stay pretty secure and not be sliding around. What we decided to replace it with is the Bass Pro Shops, or Cabela's, high burner output. Let's get this one out of the way. And it claims to have 25,000 BTU burners. Advantages and disadvantages. Yes, it will warm stuff up quickly. Yes, it will also burn stuff quickly. So, also has windshields, same style regulator. It just doesn't have a nice convenient slot for it to stay, so it will slide around in there. I just take a zip tie and tie it off here, and then it will hold it in place. Again, this one here can also either use the 1 pound bottles, or you can buy the hose and go from the stove to one of the bulk bottles, like your propane that you use on your gas grill. One thing I failed to mention on the other one, both of them hold normal size. This is a 9.5 inch wok pot, so you can see you have plenty of room for something this size. And although the wok round on the bottom, not necessarily the greatest thing to use, it's one of my favorite pots to use while we're out and about. It just seems to heat things a little bit quicker with the surface area that you get with the slope up. And I also use a lot of cast iron on this as well. This one, like I said, 25,000 BTU rating on the burners, so it does heat up quicker, does burn quicker. Get the auto igniter on this one, so when you turn it on, just turn this clockwise, and if that fails on you, you can still use a normal striker or light or match or whatever you have that you normally light stuff with. They're both, this one's maybe just a little bit heavier and just a little bit bigger in profile, but both of them have their own latch that keeps it secure, handle to carry it with. Again, handle to carry it with. You can see this one's basically the same size, just a little bit thinner profile on the Coleman. Like, still use this? Maybe. That's the reason I still have it. Preferred one to take is the Bass Pro, and that's normally in the camper when we go, and also in the vehicle when we're doing tent camping. Set it up, go, easy to break down, easy to set up, small enough to store about wherever you need it, so that way you're not leaving something out that might be dirty that the animals might get into. Questions from the audience?
How many BTUs difference?
Well, this one's got 25,000 BTU burners per. This has got 10,000 BTU burners per. So two burners. The bottom one's going to go through gas quicker than the Coleman, if you're using it on high all the way up. But typically once you get it started, turn it down, set your temperature for whatever you're cooking. I don't know too many people that would ever use either one of these full blown, other than to warm up water.
And you bought the bottom one where?
Bottom one was bought at Cabela's online. And then top one, this one was bought in Estes Park at a little store, because the Coleman that we had, the same model, we had left one important part at home. And it obviously won't work without this, and the store that we went into did not have any regulators by themselves, but they did have two stoves. So guess what we bought? Bought a stove. That was some many years ago.
20 years ago.
20 plus. Closer to 30, I think. So this is an old stove. The one we had before it was even older. The only thing I've replaced is that regulator on this one. So everything else is original parts. This.
And the price difference?
Price difference. The Bass Pro. This one here you can pick up for about $120 online. The other one anywhere between, I think, $44 and $75, depending on where you look. Unless you want to get this model. You can find it on eBay for $98. It's like, why would you buy the older version that's not as efficient as the newer one? I don't know, but we could have easily went with another one of these, but they still rate the burners at 10K, so we chose to go with the higher output burner. Any other questions? Dylan?
I think that's it.
Okay. Dylan was taking a nap. I should have left him alone.
So. I don't know if you can read that, but this is the Bass Pro Shops.
Cabela's Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
I don't remember the specs on it, but the BDU is much higher than what the Coleman had. And so, well, which also means you go through fuel faster, but you can also bring stuff to a boil much faster.
Yeah. Yeah, it's already boiling.
And so, especially at I don't think we've camped lower than 6,000 feet in a while.
No.
So it takes longer to boil when you're at altitude. So Coleman took a while. The only thing you got to watch with this is doing certain things. You got to make sure you turn it down so you don't burn stuff. Otherwise it'll be starting all over, or having something you don't necessarily want. So if you like this video and got any value out of it, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and follow what we're doing. There may or may not be additional gear reviews, because there's plenty of gear reviews without me doing gear reviews. I'm just kind of, if I do anything, it'll be something that we have and maybe why we have it. And as Robin always says,
get out there and hug a tree. It's good for you.
Take care. Peace out.